Today, guys, we're going to have a fun one. We're talking about what might be a good fit for you, Colorado Springs or Woodland Park. We're talking about the differences from the 2025 era. Stay tuned in to get a chance to hear all about it. Hey guys, real quick before we get into the meat potatoes of this, just want to say if you got any real estate questions, or anything really related to real estate or even being in this area at all whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out to my team and I. With the James Mountain Homes team, we are your local mountain real estate experts. We're a team of local agents that live here, love working here, love playing here, and we would love sharing information about this place as well. You can call us, text 719-266-2725. You can also email us at info@jdmurrayt.net. We'll get back to you as quickly as we can. We got two free resources down for you below. We have the relocation guide for the Pikes Peak region, and we have the buy local guide down here too. Make sure you check those out. Those are both free, and the links are down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscription button and that notification bell. That way you get notified every time there's a new video that comes out. Plus, don't forget to check out our website too, that has all kinds of videos on it, searches, different things you could do on there. It is www.jdmountainhome.com. That link is for you right down below too. Okay, so today, guys, we're talking specifically, what are the differences and what do you need to know about maybe living in the mountains or down in Colorado Springs? Now, we labeled it Woodland Park to Colorado Springs for a reason, because those are the two main areas that most people think of, but there's lots of areas up around Woodland Park. There's lots of areas down around Colorado Springs. This is more generic and just kind of getting you an idea of what to think about as you're kind of looking through this area. So for some of you that might be looking at moving towards the Colorado Springs area, you might not have heard of Woodland Park or the area west of Colorado Springs, up in the mountains, right up just north of Pikes Peak, and in that mountainous area around Colorado Springs. Now, there's two very distinct things that you can look at when you're in Colorado, as far as where you're wanting to live or where you're wanting to be. In the mountains, or down there next to the mountains, or out the front range where it just really gets really flat. But we're talking about down next to the mountains and up in the mountains. And what are those differences really, and how do those look as you're trying to figure out where you want to be and what you want to do? This is a question we get asked all the time. This is a thing that folks go through all the time. It's what my wife and I went through as well when we first moved here 10 years ago, and just trying to figure out, well, could we do the mountains? Because if we can, we prefer that, but I don't know if we could do it or not. Maybe we should look down in the front range of the Colorado Springs area too. So we went back and forth for a while, and then we settled up on the mountains where we live. But we work and play in all areas up here, and there are some definite differences between them that I want you guys to know and understand. Number one, Colorado Springs, it's a fairly large city. Now, after living here for 10 years, it feels like a big city, and it is a big city, but when you compare it to places like I grew up north of Miami in Fort Lauderdale, that area is massive. I was stationed in Washington, D.C. at one point. That area is massive. Like, those cities are huge. It's not that big, but you get a lot of the same amenities and a different vibe and culture for sure because of that, but it's a pretty cool place and a lot of different things. So usually folks, when they're looking at the Colorado Springs area specifically, they're moving here for a job, they're retiring out here, or they just wanted to be here because it's such a beautiful area. But most folks are moving here for a job, whether it's a military PCS or it's a job that they might have been offered up here as well. And so they're looking at moving to the area. And then once they figure out where they're going to work, they're then trying to figure out, okay, where do I want my kids to go to school? How far do I want to commute? Where do I want to commute from as far as where I want to live? And they kind of build off that. We work with folks all the time through those processes. So a lot of folks, as they come in, they're looking at where they're working first, then schools, and then they're trying to figure out where they want to actually live to be able to fix or work through all those too. Not everybody has that same agenda or the same prioritization, but that is what happens quite a bit. Now, Colorado Springs is obviously, it is much easier to access things. It's a bigger city that's down there on the front range, only second to Denver within Colorado. So it is constantly growing. I mean, there's a lot of new things that are down there. You're going to have tons of restaurants, tons of different options for shopping, lots of different amenities that are down there. It's going to be more of your suburbia or city. I wouldn't even say city type feel. I mean, if you get down close to downtown, then it's going to probably feel a little bit more like city-like, but really more suburbia is what you're going to kind of get when you're in the Colorado Springs area. Now, each area within Colorado Springs is going to have its own little pockets, so it's all set up. So if you live like on the northwest side, you're probably not going to do a whole lot on on the southeast side down there because you have no need to go down there. You've got everything you need up in the northwest side. Plus, you've got your newer areas compared to your older areas. Some of your older areas are going to be down closer to that downtown area, the Manitou Springs area, Old Colorado City, the Broadmoor area. These areas that were really developed very, very early in the history of Colorado. Lots of homes in the 100-year plus range or close to that. Lots of really cool history that's down there. Your newer stuff is typically going to be further east and also further north. Now, there are some things going on to the south, but not a whole lot. Most of that growth and expansion is to the north and northeast and then the eastern portions of Colorado Springs. Now, what's important to know about Colorado Springs is, number one, you're going to have a lower average cost of home that's down there. So it's more affordable than being up in the mountains. The reason why is just the same reasons I just said. All that stuff is down there. Everything's more accessible. You've got more supply and demand for vendors and for contractors and for building and stuff. It's usually smaller pieces of land that's down there, but it's much more affordable and doable for a lot of folks as well. So you're going to pay a premium up in the mountains for sure for some things that we'll get to here in a bit. But you also, as you get further north and you see some of those newer areas, those are really new and really nice. And those are typically going to be a little bit more expensive too. We can guide you into where those are, what those are going to look like and how those play out. The more as we kind of, as you ask questions, we kind of get a feel for what your needs and your desires are. But those are big things that we see down there. Now, I want to say this. Well, we're talking about two extremely different areas in the topography of the way things work and climate-wise and everything else, because we're talking about up in the mountains and basically down in the valley or the Front Range down there as well. There's not a whole lot of drive time that it takes to get from the mountains down to that or from the Front Range in the Colorado Springs area up into the mountains. So, and that's why it's important for you guys to know that, because based on where you want to live, it doesn't mean you're never going to go visit the other area. My wife and I are down in Colorado Springs all the time. Down there. I work down there quite a bit. I help sell homes down there. I've got friends that are down there. You know, I do that up here in the mountains too, but we do that all over the place and all the agents on the team do. So I just want you to know and understand that it's not separated so much where it's just like, well, they're just in the mountains. That's all they do. Or, well, they're just in the Front Range. That's all they do. It's not that at all. So we do go back and forth quite a bit. It's really just a difference on what our lifestyles are and what we want out of it. And in Colorado Springs, like I said, everything's more at your fingertips. You have a higher likelihood of just having stuff that's really quick to get to or walking distance sometimes to things. Or if you're way out in suburbia, you're still going to have to drive, but you're not going to drive as far to get to different restaurants and find all those different things that you do down there. Whereas for the mountains, you do. Now, also, if you're wanting to go do hikes and stuff, those are right up there in the mountains. I mean, you can literally spend the day in the mountains very easily, and it's just right there in your backyard, basically, because you're right there in the Colorado Springs area. So you get the best of all the different worlds with that, if that's your taste and what you want to do. Now, living up the mountains can be a little bit more expensive. And we talked about that a little bit earlier, and just wanted to point out it's usually $50,000 to $75,000 more for the medium price home. These are also typically for a little bit of an older home as well, depending on where you are out here too, compared to Colorado Springs. So certainly know that. Just want you guys to know and understand that. Now, the mountains, you're going to have a little bit longer of a cold season up here than you do down in the Springs. It feels a little bit more rural, even if you're in more of a suburban type area. It's just more small town feeling. You've got just over 25,000 people that call Attila County their home on here. It's definitely significantly smaller than what you can consider for the entire Colorado Springs area too. So those things are certainly different, but we like the small town feel on it because you get to know people and you get to know people walking around town. You run into people all the time as well, which keeps it fun compared to Colorado Springs, where that might not happen as much. It can, but not as much. You have a lot of folks that you're going to get a chance to get to know down there, but it's just not as much of that homely feel, at least to us on there as well. So that's a little bit of a difference too. Plus, commute times. If you're definitely looking at working down in Colorado Springs, that's something that's pretty important. If you're working out at like Schriever Air Force Base and living in the mountains, you need to know and understand that's quite a drive. It's hard to get from west to east or east to west in Colorado Springs compared to north to south. North to south is easy. It happens very quickly. It's very fast. There's lots of main avenues. There's I-25 as well. It takes you there. There's nothing that really gets you there quickly. East to west, lots of big roads, but they just don't move that fast. So just know that as well. A lot of folks that live up here and work in the Springs either work in the downtown or somewhere really close to the I-25 corridor. So they can just hop on I-25, go north or south, hop right off, and there's our business right there. It's super simple, and it makes it very easy for them. Living up here can definitely be different. Like I said, just climate. You're also in the Rockies up here as well. They've got a lot of wildlife that come down in the Springs too, but we have a lot of wildlife up here as well. You're living where a lot of folks love to vacation and see things. So that's once again, it's a little bit of that premium is because you get to live there permanently as opposed to just come there for a week or a weekend on that as well. So definitely some nuances between the two. And we definitely have our supermarkets. We've got a super Walmart. We've got our building supply buildings. We've got our restaurants. We got our places to hang out. It's just not in as much inventory or, supply as what you get down in Colorado Springs. Like I said, though, it's an easy drive to get down there to get to that stuff. You still have pretty easy access to the airport. That's a great thing as well. The airport, can be 45 minutes to an hour, usually depending on where you are in Teller County in that Woodland Park area. And that's nice to have too, because it's nice to just have that little regional airport that's right there. It's easier to get to than Denver so many times for stuff too. I'm actually getting ready to fly out later on this evening from that airport. So it is just a nice, simple thing to be able to get in and out of that's able to give you access to a lot of different things too. So I hope this kind of explains a little bit the difference between the two nuances. With those, I'd love to be able to help answer any questions that you have with this as well, because I know there's probably some things out there we didn't hit that you wish we had. Please reach out, ask us. Remember, we're the James Mountain Hosting. We are your local mountain real estate experts. We're a team of agents that live here and do this all the time. We advise folks and help people understand things about this stuff all the time. Call us at Texas 719-266-2725. You can also email us at info@jdmart.net. We'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Don't forget about those two free resources, the Pikes Peak Relocation Guide and that Buy Local Guide. Don't forget to also check out our website, www.jdmountainhome.com. You get a chance to see all these different things, plus home searches, plus different video links and stuff that are on there as well. You get a chance to see the folks that are on our team too. And then also, don't forget to hit that subscription button, that notification bell. That way you get notified every time a new video comes out. I can't wait to see you guys next time.